Bhojanam Jesra. We'll sing and play for you Adiemus, a composition by Carl Jenkins. This says, to further the universal appeal of the music, all the vocals are written as vowel and consonant sounds. The voice here is used as simply another instrument with which to make music and not to convey a lyric message. It is a mix of African tribal and Celtic style melodies. Enjoy. Life without music would be flat, isn't it? I unfold my journey, including three gentlemen who have many things in common besides their concern and love for people and this world. They share the same name, Luther. My first Luther, Martin Luther, the great German reformer of the 16th century, he was not only into theology but also very much into music. And he said, next to the Word of God, the noble art of music is the greatest treasure in the world. He knew about the great impact that music and singing can have on the human mind, the soul, and the betterment of societies in those days. Hyderabad. We all know that Hyderabad has an amazing diversity in its culture and the people. But is it enough? Asks Narendra Luther, an authority on the history and culture of Hyderabad, who says in his book, people who have lived here for 30, 20 or even 10 years feel they are not living in the same city. It is changing fast, changing too fast. And that is taking away some of its old charm. According to the Aristotelian dictum, a city's raison d'être means the reason for existence is to make life better, and he questions, many wonder whether it is doing that. So how can we come together and celebrate life through music? Can this become a part of our DNA? Let me show you where we stand. Symphony orchestras around the world. India just got 2 of them. But let me take you down the memory lane. Once upon a time, there was a full-fledged symphony orchestra here in the Twin Cities, the Nizam Orchestra. And he even had a ladies' band. Few members of the orchestra still continue to play to this very day. But where is the orchestra? Where is the oboe? Where is the bassoon? Where are the French horns? Where are the trombones? Where are the double bass players? Where? It has never been on my agenda to come to India and step into the field of Western music and start something like the movement that is currently underway. My first visit to India was back in 1992. And the agenda afterwards has always been serving the villagers through our NGO. I love the country, the colors and tastes and people from the very beginning. And so we came every year for a few weeks, spent time with villagers and people in need. But I and my wife, we soon realized in order to make a real impact here, we needed to invest not just time, a couple of weeks a year, or finances, but our lives. So I left my position as a director of a HR consulting company in Zurich, Switzerland in 2003, sold my shares, and we decided to come to Hyderabad. But how can we bring two so different world views together? In the first years, our way of life was mainly task and time-oriented. The cultural challenges were sometimes stressful. But we learned after some time to adapt better to the local way of life. Meanwhile, we can see, feel, appreciate, and understand also the beauty in the local, rather laid-back culture. That reminds me of a saying, you Swiss people, you have the watches, but we have the time. But then in 2007, we faced a great challenge. I felt this is the end of the road. I even contemplated going back, Switzerland, leaving India, but we went on. Bad turned into good. And so we still trust in successful intercultural teamwork. It works. We can learn from one another. We can complement each other, just like Martina Hingis and Sanja Mirza. I'm thankful that I met in those days Frédéric Dart, a former director of Alliance Française here in Hyderabad. And my musical journey here in Hyderabad began. He introduced me to the festival choristers, where I soon became their conductor for their annual Christmas concerts in Ravindra Bharati. And after having had wonderful conversations with Amita Desai from Goethe Zentrum and Frédéric Dart and other trustees, we founded the Hyderabad Western Music Foundation. We planted a seed that is still growing. Hyderabad Western Music Foundation stands for the propagation of Western classical music, jazz, cross-border and music education, thereby sharing music, creating harmony. I feel blessed being involved in such a vibrant and creative field. We started with notation reading classes, workshops, community singing, listening posts, school outreach programs, conducting school choir festivals, or enabling world-class musicians perform in town. Bringing the West and East together provides always a special musical taste. And music is all about creativity, and improvisation is integral. This is the only jazz band in Hyderabad. Just friends. You should come and listen to us one day. How do we unite all these different genres of music across all age groups and communities? World Music Day is our vision in that direction. The Hyderabad Youth Ensemble trains young people, note by note, as they pursue their dream to build a world-class orchestra in our town. Playing in an ensemble is all about togetherness. It is a place where students learn to listen to each other and to respect one another. We consider it as a privilege to guide young people with good musical teaching and providing them platforms to play and interact with other musicians from around the globe. More importantly, the foundation provides a platform for talented youngsters to perform and explore their musical journeys, to develop their gifts and personalities, and it is never about the competition. Martin Luther, for him, the Bible is the book. The Western music has also a book. It's a language, the Western music notation system, a global language, a treasure and a gift that can unite us, people from all cultures, languages, and corners of the world. It has to be taught and should be integrated also in Indian schools. We need also music education for a purpose and not just as a status symbol, because music helps us to build relationships, build strong communities for greater good. I dream of this. As Martin Luther King said in his famous Washington speech, I have a dream. I also have a dream. And I'm not alone with this dream in this city of 8 million. This is the dream not only of many here in this auditorium, but also of many more music lovers and teachers out there. We want to see one day the Hyderabad Symphony Orchestra and the Hyderabad Music Conservatory established. As I quoted from Narendra Luther at the beginning, a city's reason for being is to make life better. But who is the city? We are the city. How can we enrich the experience of this city, of Hyderabad? I think there is a note in each one of you in terms of music and creativity. Each one of you is able to contribute, to learn, to share in order to create harmony, to make this city a real global city, and this world a better place. Because music goes beyond. I wish to impact the next musical generation, one note at a time. Thank you.